Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bomber Field on the campus of Richland High School for today's MCC baseball matchup between your Richland Bombers and the Hermiston Bulldogs. I'm Tate Lamar, alongside my broadcast partner, Rylan Hubbard. Rylan, the Bombers have not played at home for a week now. Last Tuesday, they were here against the Pasco Bulldogs and won that one by a score of 8-0. Then they went out to Southridge and won a pair of games at Southridge, 11-1 and 13-1. A couple of gems by Braylon Edwards and Michael Ravel, and then beat Pasco at Pasco by a score of 7-1. So Rylan, last time they were here, they faced a Pasco Bulldog team that struggled and only were able to scratch across 8 runs. They went out to Southridge and kind of found their offensive power again, and then went out to Pasco and got a win here. So what do you expect from these Richland Bombers today as they return?
I expect a similar outcome. Obviously, they're playing Hermiston, another bottom team in the MCC, just like the Pasco team that they did a great job against. Throwing another 2 players that you said had gems, which was Ravel and Edwards. So I'm excited to see that. And as you said, back at home for the first time in a while. 71 degrees today, so it's a great time to play baseball.
We'll be back after the national anthem here from Bomber Field.
Thank you. Here come your Richland Bombers.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bomber Field on the campus of Richland High School for the first game of 2 between your defending 4A state champion Richland Bombers and the Hermiston Bulldogs. Rylan will go around the diamond and introduce our lineup for the Bombers first. On the hill today is going to be Braylon Edwards. We'll get to his line from Southridge last week. He'll be caught by Hayden Galloway. At third will be Jackson Woodard. Carter Upmeyer will play short. Dylan Parrott will be at second. Michael Ravel at first.
On the mound for Richland, number 4, Braylon Edwards.
Center. And Colson Mackey will play right field for your Richland Bombers. Colson Mackey will be DH4 in the bottom half of the inning by Tyler Huck, the sophomore catcher. Rylan, what about those Hermiston Bulldogs?
And obviously the Hermiston Bulldogs coming in hitting first today. Got Camden Vinoy at shortstop leading off. Hitting second is their pitcher on the bump, Barrett Stanek. At third, their catcher, Brock Hagginson. And then batting fourth in the cleanup spot is number 20, Evan Hayes, their right fielder. Batting fifth is Quinn Warner, their second baseman. Then Isaac Gaines in center field. Then Brody Woodard at DH. Then Christopher Godby and Hunter Lincoln left field batting ninth.
So Braylon Edwards on the hill for your Richland Bombers today. Last time out at Southridge, pitched a gem. And at Pasco, he pitched as well. 8 innings pitched, 6 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. 2.86 ERA on the season. For the play-by-play, here is Rylan Hubbard.
And so obviously now stepping in for the first pitch of the game is Cam Vanoy. As you said, Edwards on the bump. Edwards' first pitch goes a little outside for ball 1. Vanoy getting ahead in the count.
First pitch straight up 4 o'clock, 71 degrees here at Bomber Field.
And their fastball gets in the zone. Vanoy fouls that one off just a little late. And just outside again is Edwards. So out of the count 2-1.
Braylon Edwards on the season, Rylan, 12 innings pitched, 17 hits, surrendered, 12 runs. Only 9 of those have been earned.
And now the chopper to Upmeyer. Gathers himself, throws to first, and they get the first out of the game.
Only 9 of those was earned, 9 walks, a 2.86 ERA, and 27 punch-outs this season.
Pitcher number 21,
Rylan, that is good
Standing.
for 3rd in the conference behind Nick Wade and Taryn Carlson.
Exactly, so Edwards already a top pitcher in the MCC, facing a team like Hermiston, trying to find his groove before going against Kamiakin on Tuesday. And that one's fouled off by Stanek.
A huge matchup coming up next week against the Kamiakin Braves. They're playing at Roy Johnson Field against the Kennewick Lions today.
And a nice fastball inside on Stanek. Very late to that one. Kind of loses that one out of the hand with the breaking ball for the first ball of this count, 1-2. Popped up in the air, shallow. Upmeyer calling it off. And he makes the second out of this inning. So Upmeyer getting the grounder to short and the pop-up for the first 2 outs.
Stepping in, catcher number 33, Brock Hagginson.
Now Brock Hagginson stepping up to the plate. Obviously his first plate appearance tonight. Righty on righty.
Hagginson 287 or 207 this season, 8 of 29, and leads the Bulldogs with 2 doubles on the year.
Takes a first pitch, ball 1. Got that one back, now 1-1. Strike 2. Just gets that one on the edge for the call, 1-2.
Braylon getting the outside corner of the plate called early. It's something we need to monitor throughout the game and see if it stays that way.
And just like that, he goes right back to that outside pitch. As we saw, he got the call of the pitch before, and he gets it again for a backwards K to end this one. So after the top of the first, it's still 0-0, and here come the Bombers.
On the mound for Hermiston, number 21, Barrett Stanek.
Now coming back for the bottom of the first, the Bombers looking to hit their first time seeing on the mound. So they obviously get a shutout in the first inning. And so we're going to have Dylan Parrott leading it off. Down to you, Meyer. Who do we got on the mound for Hermiston? Who are they looking at right now?
On the mound for the Hermiston Bulldogs, Barrett Stanek will be on the mound for Hermiston. Stanek, 18 in the third innings pitched, 22 hits, 24 runs, 19 of those have been earned, 19 walks, a 7.35 ERA, and 13 punch-outs.
Leading out for the Bomb Squad, second baseman number 23, Dylan Parrott.
So Dylan Parrott stepping in the box to start off the Bombers. And so obviously we're seeing a lefty right now from Hermiston in game 1, so that means Colson Mackey will not be playing in this first game. Obviously lefty-lefty. First pitch way outside for ball 1.
We alluded to in the first inning of the Bombers have been away from home for the last 3 games, sweeping the Southridge Suns and beating the Pasco Bulldogs. They improved their batting average from 262 to 313, runs per game from 6.7 to 7.8, and they hit 19 doubles in those 3 games, and they've only hit 8 in the previous 8 contests. So Bombers definitely seeing the ball well and finding their bats at a good time.
And so obviously with the predominantly righty lineup, they're going to see hopefully a lot better hitting as today. And as that, Dylan Parrott gets a 4-0 walk. He get the first base runner on for the Bombers tonight.
Coming to the plate, shortstop number 3, Carter Upmeyer.
It's Dylan Parrott's 12th walk he's drawn this season, leading the Bombers in that category. He's now tied atop the MCC with Nick Wade of Southridge for the most walks in the conference.
Now it's popped up into shallow right field. And that is going to be caught for the first out of the inning. So Hermiston gets 1 down now. Coming up to the plate is Hayden Galloway.
The catcher, number 5, Hayden Galloway.
Galloway stepping in now, Ryland, 3rd in the conference with a .485 batting average and leading the MCC with 21 RBI.
And that is lined into left field, so Hayden Galloway feeling aggressive on the first pitch and gets one in the zone. So now Bombers getting some base runners on first and second, only 1 out. And now just like that, the Bombers doing their job, their first 3 batters, 2 of them getting on base for the cleanup, Michael Ravel.
Stepping in, first
obviously this is how
26,
confident
Michael
their coach
Ravel.
Grant Richardson feels about Michael Ravel, taking out some lefties in the lineup, but keeping Ravel in even though he's a lefty because he knows he can just mash the ball.
And Ravel's 2nd on the team with 13 RBIs behind Hayden Galloway. He does have a .265 average, but the amount of sacrifice hits that he has garnered this season really helped the Bombers offensively.
Ravel fouls that one off. So count falls early, not in his favor, 0-2. The 0-2 just a little down and inside, so Ravel gets it back to 1-2. And a single will score. Dylan Parrott at second, he has wheels. Second pitch fastball just inside. So now 2-2. Ravel going down 0-2 early. Able to get it back. And the 3-2 pitch, or excuse me, 2-2 pitch outside. So now full count. Mike Ravel working his way all the way back. Hoping on a fastball right here. Sitting on it, trying to get an RBI with the runners in scoring position. All the runners take off. Kind of just shoves his bat out there. Fielded and thrown to second in time, so a good play from Quinn Warner, but it advances the runners. So now Jake Brandon coming up to the bat with 2 runners in scoring position. As we talked about, Hayden Galloway has some speed as well at second, so anything through the infield is going to score both runners.
We got a courtesy runner at second base for Hayden Galloway. That'll be Tucker Watkins.
Courtesy running at second base, number 15, Tucker Watkins.
And as you've alluded to, Ryland, this is the first major shakeup in the lineup that the Bombers have experienced all season. Grant Richardson putting Caden Castro from the 2-hole to the 7-hole and kind of moving everybody else up. And putting his 2 leading Bombers in the RBI category in Galloway and Ravel up a slot.
That's inside, almost hitting him. Now the count turns into 2-0. The pitch inside, 3-0. So obviously Stanek having some command issues, falling behind in counts early, and even when he gets ahead, he finds himself falling behind again in a couple of these at-bats early. Bombers getting in his pitch count. And just like that, a 4-0 walk to Jake Brannon. Now the pitcher, Braylon Edwards, coming in with the bases loaded in the first inning, trying to do some damage early to this Hermiston defense.
Now batting pitcher number 4, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon batting .250 this season, 6 RBI. He's got 3 of them waiting for him out there. Here with 2 down.
Line drive in the middle. Line drive in the middle.
Just like that, 1-1, pitch in the dirt. He's going to be up the middle and gets right past the pitcher, and unable to make the play diving is Cam Vinoy. And so 2 runners will score, and Braylon Edwards with a 2 RBI double in the first inning. So although it was not the hardest hit ball, it just got to where nobody was at in the field. And the Bombers strike extremely early in this game 1.
Yeah, Vinoy laid out for it, just outside of his reach.
Number 6, Caden Castro.
Braylon helping his own cause, putting across 2 RBI to bring his total to 8. And Drayson Elfring out to run for Braylon.
And Caden Castro just lines run right down the right field line, and that's going to score both runs, and he's digging for 2, and he's going to reach there easily. So back-to-back hits from Edwards and Castro gives the Bombers an early 4-0 lead.
Good piece of hitting there by Caden Castro. He's been in a little bit of a funk offensively. Good to see him get his first at-bat with a 2 RBI double and get his mind in the right frame and have a better offensive day today.
There's another first pitch swinging, fouled off. 0-1 now to Tyler Huck. Exactly, in Castro, I mean, it was lefty-lefty, but Stanek tried to go fastball on the first pitch, get ahead, and he was just sitting on that one perfectly. Now in the dirt, 1-1.
When I say Castro was struggling, his batting average just below 294. It's over 300 back now, but an important aspect of this Bomber teams and this Bomber success the rest of the season is going to be offense as they come across harder and harder competition as we round out the regular season in the MCC.
Exactly, and Huck just rolling over a little bit on that fastball up. So he's down the count 1-2 now. And Huck a little bit late on that one, but it just drops in the exact same spot as Castro. Castro digging, and he'll score, and Tyler Huck the sophomore, with another double. So 3 doubles in a row for the Bombers. Results in 5 runs in this first, all with 2 outs.
Huck a little bit late to the ball, but got enough on it to get over the first baseman's head, put it in the right field, scores another, and just like that, the Bombers up 5-0.
And that pitch is going to be 2 inside, and unable to haul that one in is Brock Hagginson. So now, just like that, Huck is advancing to third. That makes it just easier for Woodard to get another RBI, because now really anything through the infield scores.
Woodard, a .269 hitter, played third base for the Bombers all season.
He grounds that one to third, and the throw is in time, and just like that, Hermiston is able to get all 3 outs in the first one, but not without surrendering 5 runs of damage to them. So after 1 inning of play, it's the Bombers 5, the Hermiston Bulldogs 0.
Leading out the second for the Bulldogs, ranked number 20, Evan Hayes.
So welcome back from the top of the second of this matchup between the Hermiston Bulldogs and the Richland Bombers. The Richland Bombers tally 5 in the first, and Braylon Edwards, like you said, doing himself a favor, scoring 2 of those RBIs and taking some pressure off his shoulders. Inside off-speed pitch just clips the zone. Now 1-1. Fouled off late to a fastball. Makes the count 1-2 for Hayes. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Edwards. His second strikeout of this one.
Stepping in, second baseman number 25, Quinn Warner.
And another strike on the first pitch. Fastball for Edwards. 0-1 the count to Warner.
Edwards already at 29 strikeouts, 2 back of the conference lead.
And a swing and a miss on another fastball, making it 0-2. Warner down early in this count. And just like that, the 0-2 pitch, he clips it with the breaking ball for strike 3. His 3rd strikeout of the game and the 2nd of this inning.
Great breaking ball there from Edwards. Got a lot of movement on
Now
it.
batting,
Froze
center field
the
number
batter.
1, Isaac
Had him
Gaines.
looking.
Just like that, Edwards is a strike demon this inning. He's just going again and again and again, working that zone. So now 0-2.
On the season, Braylon Edwards maintains a 63.5% strike percentage. Good for 9th in the conference. Great command so far this season.
Just missing up and in on the fastball. 1-2. Another nasty breaking ball just buckles Isaac Gaines, and Edwards strikes out the side. So after 1.5 innings played, it's the Bombers 5, the Bulldogs 0.
We're back here at Bomber Field, bottom half of the second inning. Leading things off will be Dylan Parrott for the Bombers. We'll give you a score update from Roy Johnson Field, top of the second inning. Kamaikan Braves with a 1-0 lead over the Kennewick Lions. Riley?
First pitch way low and outside to Parrott for ball 1. Stanek struggling with his command last inning, and when he was getting stuff across the plate in Bomber fashion, the Bombers are hitting extremely well. As you can see, tallied 5. Stanek gets one there, 1-1. Another pitch too high, so now 2-1 to Parrott. Popped up. And running out of room is Brock Hagginson. He just lets that one go foul, so Parrott fighting his way off, 2-2 count. Pitch way outside, so now full count. In the full count. Outside ball 4, and the Bombers get some traffic right away in this inning once again.
Start this inning just like they did the last. Dylan Parrott back-to-back leadoff walks.
Stepping in,
Bases
shortstop
total up
number
to
3,
14 walks on the
Carter
season. Nobody's seen the zone better than Dylan Parrott.
And that's what you want your leadoff guy to be able to do, see the ball than anyone else, whether it's walking or getting base hits, and Parrott getting picked off, but unable to see that in time. So he easily gets into second. Parrott Stanek just looks way off guard though, even though he's a lefty. Dylan Parrott got a huge jump. First pitch to Uptimeyer, outside ball 1. Outside ball 2. And as you talked about, obviously a big walk guy right there is Dylan Parrott, but Carter Upmeyer is right behind Hayden Galloway in hits in this team. So Upmeyer has the potential to drive him in home.
Absolutely. Upmeyer, 15 runs scored. He gets on base and comes around to score, mainly driven in by Hayden Galloway and Michael Ravel, looking to add to his 7 RBI total.
So Meyer kind of puts the bat on his shoulder, takes that one no matter what for the first strike of this count. 3-1 now.
Hey, do a job here, Jack. Let's go.
3-1. Low and outside, ball 4, so another walk drawn by the Bombers, and Stanek has no command right now. This is the guy you want up to the plate right now with 2 runners on, no outs. Hayden Galloway leading the team in batting averages at .485.
A mound visit to Stanek on the rubber. Give you a quick update, Ryland. Around the MCC, the Bombers currently sitting in second with a 7-1 conference record. That lone loss coming over spring break up in North Richland. Kamiakin leading the way with 8-0. Kennewick at 6-2. Hanford dropped 2 games over this road trip that the Bombers have been on to the Kamiakin Braves. They sit at 7-3. Chihuahua at 4-4. Walla Walla 3-7. They're tied with Southridge at 3-7. And Pasco at 1-7 and Hermiston at 1-9.
Now batting catcher number 5, Hayden Galloway.
So kind of 2 races going on in the MCC, a 3A race and a 4A race. One between Kamiakin, Richland, and Hanford, and the other between the 3A schools.
And both runners take off and get there with plenty of time. So now both runners advance into scoring position with no outs.
It's a dangerous position to have runners on the bases with Galloway up the plate.
Especially with no outs, you know he's going to be swinging with power. And as we eat our words there, Galloway pops up and has to be caught by Quinn Warner through the sun for the first out of this inning.
Coming to the plate, first baseman number 26, Michael Ravel.
If you believe in announcers' jinxes, that was definitely one of them. But
now Ravel will get another opportunity with runners in scoring position. Takes the first pitch, just clips the outer end of the zone for strike 1. The 0-1 to Ravel. Down in the dirt, 1-1. Parrott thought about for just a moment as it gets past Hagginson. He trots his way back to third. Swung hit hard down the right line, but just foul. So Ravel just a little bit earlier from that off speed from Stanek.
stay on his back foot just a tad bit longer. That would have been down the line and scored 2.
Now the 1-2. Ravel pops that one out to center. Tracking that one down, and it's going to be caught by Gaines. Both runners tag. And a decent throw from Gaines in the center, but it doesn't matter. Both runners advance, and Michael Ravel gets an RBI sacrifice fly.
Ravel keeps driving in runs, doing exactly what he's supposed to do. It may not have the average increasing like he wants to, but getting runners across the plate is the name of the game, and Ravel doing that to almost perfection.
Upmeyer with the pass ball. He slides in time and scores another one off a wild pitch from Stanek. So Stanek having struggled with his command, but he's been able to keep everything in front of his catcher, Hagginson, and there that fastball just gets away from him, and Upmeyer, with a quick thinking and smart base running, scores the 7th run. Now 2 outs, 1-0 count to Brandon.
That just came down to pitcher's fielding practice. Stanek didn't bother coming off the mound to cover home when Haggison was getting the ball. Upmeyer realized it and then swiped the bag for the 7th run.
Another pitch inside in the dirt past Haggison. 2-0 now. And that's lined into center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Jake Brandon, he cares much about his stats, might be a little disappointed with that wild pitch because he could have got an RBI from Upmeyer. But now the Bombers put another runner on first. Maybe they can get another 2-out rally going, add a couple of runs.
Brandon had a couple solid base knocks, a couple doubles that were to the wall out Southridge. Had a chance for 3, but got held up a few times. He was a little bit unhappy with, but
in a pass ball, trying to pick him off, and just like that, Brandon using those wheels is going to go all the way from first to home on an air from Stanek. So the Bombers now with an 8-0 lead with only 1 hit this inning. So they score 3, as I said, with only 1 hit, and that 1 hit they had didn't even result in an RBI.
you don't want to throw past the starting running back for any football team in the MCC. And you throw past Jake Brandon, you give him the opportunity to get his legs going around the bases, and he comes around and scores.
Inside pitch to Edwards, and he flies that one out to center. Fighting the sun, but makes the grab as Isaac Gaines. So in an instant, the Bombers tag another 3 runs on to the Hermiston Bulldogs, and it's 8-0 Bombers.
Leading off the third for Hermiston, third baseman number 23, Brody Woodard.
So welcome back for the start of this third inning. Bombers up 8-0 on the Bulldogs, and Edwards finds himself back on the mound in an insane groove. 4 strikeouts through 6 batters. Has retired all of them, grounded to third. Woodard gathers it, throws it high, and Ravel, using his size, leaps up and gets it for the first out of this inning.
I think Ravel's as tall as he is, because Woodard's throw was a little bit high, didn't follow through as much as he probably should have, but got the out anyway.
Surprised that the throw was a little high, being the starting quarterback of this Richland team. Fouled off but caught by Galway. 0-1. Second pitch, fastball, clips the outer edge, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, just laid on that up and in fastball so now Woodard, Godby fighting his way off in this count, 0-2. The 0-2. And a nasty breaking ball just throws Godby off, and he's super early for another strikeout by Edwards.
Now batting, left field number 2, Hunter Link.
Another 9-batter, Hunter Link, stepping in for his first time today. And that's line to Upmeyer. Upmeyer almost loses footing, has to throw a rocket, and that is not picked by Ravel. So a hard ground ball results in a, let's say, base hit from Link. I think Link would have beat it out no matter what.
For Camden Vinoy.
Link definitely had wheels. Upmeyer just a little bit off on his gather and throw over to first.
Yeah, Upmeyer playing pretty deep on that pitch. If he was a little further up, he could have probably just caught that for a fly out. Now the 1-0. Swung and chopped. This is going to be a tough play for Edwards. Throws off his back foot. Not in time. So 2 infield hits for the Bulldogs, getting themselves some traffic for the first time through the first 3 innings.
Now batting, pitcher number 21, Barrett Stanek.
And now Barrett Stanek giving up 8 runs through the first 2 innings. Now he has a runner in scoring position. Maybe trying to get one back for this Hermiston team. First pitch, popped up to left. Coming in hard, calling it off is Jake Brandon. He makes the play for the 3rd out of this inning. After 2.5 innings played, it's the Bombers 8, the Hermiston Bulldogs 0.
Leading off for the Bombers, center fielder number 6, Caden Castro.
All right, welcome back for the bottom of this 3rd inning. Bombers beating the Hermiston Bulldogs 8-0. Stepping in is lefty Caden Castro. Staying into the game is Barrett Stanek. First pitch outside, past Hagginson for ball 1. And outside once again, ball 2. Ball 3 once again. Stanek struggling to locate the zone as we've talked about. He's walked the leadoff batter first 2 innings. He could do it again, but he gets a fastball in the zone, getting his way back into the count.
Stanek thrown 53 pitches so far, but only 23 have found the zone.
And that's going to be another pass ball for ball 4. And the Bombers, for the 3rd inning in a row, get a leadoff walk to start them off.
Now batting, the DH number 25, Tyler Huff.
Gave some score updates earlier, Ryland, out at Roy Johnson Field. Kamaikan Braves increasing their lead to 4-0 in the bottom of the half of the second inning. Chiawana losing to the Hanford Falcons by a score of 3-0 midway through the third. And the Southridge Suns up 2-0 bottom half of the second inning at Pasco. Lots of critical baseball coming up as we see the second mound visit and likely pitching change here for the Hermiston Bulldogs. Ryland, we got these two games against Hermiston here at Bomber Field. Then the Bombers go to LaPierre next Tuesday against the conference leading Kamaikan Braves. Kamaikan leading in both pitching and hitting. They've put a stellar campaign on so far.
They know exactly it's not going to be an easy 2 games for them for sure. The Bombers got to win those games to try to solidify an MCC title once again. But like I said, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a bumpy road. There's nothing that this Bomber team can't do.
Now pitching for Hermiston, number 25, Quinn Warner.
So Quinn Warner on the bump for the Hermiston Bulldogs. We'll let him warm up, give you Stanik's final line and what Warner has done so far this season when we come back here on Atomic TV. Welcome back to Bomber Field. We go to, or continue, the bottom half of the third inning. Exiting the game, Barrett Stanek for the Hermiston Bulldogs. Stanek, 2 innings pitched, 5 runs, 5 hits, 8 runs. 7 of those were earned, 5 walks, no strikeouts. 54 pitches, 23 of those were strikes. On the bump now for the Hermiston Bulldogs is Quinn Warner. Warner has thrown 11 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned, 9 walks, and 3.18 ERA, and 14 strikeouts.
His first pitch inside on Woodard. Woodard fouls it off for strike 1, 0-1. Excuse me, Tyler Huck. So Huck fouls that one off.
Ryland just gave an update for Southridge at Pasco, but Pasco Bulldogs now tying the ball game up against the Southridge Suns in the bottom half of the second. All tied up at 2.
Checks the runner at first. Castro with the pretty big lead, the 0-2. Swung and barely chopped, but hits off Huck's foot. A sophomore drives that one to the left, but a good read, and that's going to be brought in by Hunter Leak. So that'll be out number 1.
Solid contact there from Huck, just right to the left fielder. Huck getting more and more ABs the last week on varsity against varsity pitching. A lot of sophomores on this squad, and getting them as many varsity reps as possible is only going to benefit the Bombers.
Fastball just above the zone for ball 1. And the pickoff attempt, not close from Warner. Seems pretty worried about Castro there at first, but Castro barely even taking 2 steps off the bag. It's going to be up and in, fastball, first strike 2. Pitch to Woodard, fouled off to right field. So the count now with 1 and 2. One, 2 to Woodard, way outside on the breaking ball. And because of that, Castro gets an easy bag to second. Getting Castro now with his 4th stolen bag of the season. Fouls that one off, so Castro with his 4th bag of the season ties up Meyer in 2nd for most stolen bases. Dylan Parrott in 1st with 6. Well, now 7 after that 1 in the 1st inning.
It looked like third base coach Charlie Moody wanted him to go.
That ball is swung hard to left field, and that'll be brought in and caught foul. Great play from Hunter Link to track that one down. Jackson Woodard with a bit of an unlucky hit there. He barreled that one. But Hunter Link with some wheels.
Stepping in, second base number 23, Dylan Parrott.
We talked about Dylan Parrott leading stolen bases. He now steps into the box. His first time seeing Warner outside, ball 1.
Parrott has seen majority of balls thrown by Stanek. He's had 2 walks to lead this game. He's come around to score each of the time he's been on base.
Swung hard but foul. Bombers look extremely early on Warner. Had a couple of hard foul balls this inning. But all of them just a little bit early. Pitch chop to the third baseman, now swallowed up by the shortstop and not in time. So a tough play from Vinoy. He's able to gather it, but not in time. Dylan Parrott with the speed gets to first base. Now
leadoff hitter normally has wheels, and Parrott certainly does, and is able to beat out as the ball was put deep
Now
in the
batting
6 hole,
shortstop number
almost towards
3,
the 5 hole.
Carter Upmeyer.
So now runners on the corners, 2 outs. We've seen a 2-out rally from the Bombers already in this one. Fastball inside, and Parrott takes off and just jogs into second base. Now Parrott with his 7th stolen base of the season. 8th stolen base of the season. 0-1 to Upmeyer. He chops that down the right field line. The Bombers sure do love that one. Upmeyer digging for 2. And the relay is bobbled, so just like now Carter Upmeyer gets another double for the Bomber offense.
Upmeyer continuing to hit well.
Stepping in, catcher number 5, Hayden Galloway.
Came into this contest batting .405 and gets his first double of the ball game. Plates the Bombers' 9th and 10th run.
So now the Bombers into double digits into the bottom of the 3rd. Hayden Galloway takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Upmeyer's 4th double of the year. And 8th and 9th RBI.
Ball 2. Exact same pitch as the first one. 2-0 to Galloway. Outside ball 3.
We talked earlier about Parrott seeing the zone well, leading the Bombers and top 5 in the conference in walks. Last season, Hayden Galloway was in that exact same position, seeing the zone really well, leading the conference in walks.
And Upmeyer steals 3rd on the ball 4 pitch to Galloway. And the Bombers have runners in the corners once again for the 2nd time in this inning. Mike Ravel probably walking up, smiling. And we get another pinch runner. 2nd one of this game for the Bombers. Pinch running is Tucker Watkins for Hayden Galloway.
Now batting first baseman number 26, Michael Ravel.
Probably smiling, stepping in the box, seeing a righty for the first time in this game. First pitch to Ravel, outside, ball 1.
Hey, don't look at one right here. Get your pitch and drive it. Let's go.
Next pitch just a little high. 2-0 to Ravel. To Ravel, swung and hit hard to right field, but not enough carry, and a great play from Evan Hayes to retire the 3rd out of this inning. But even though they got out in that one, Ravel with the hard hit, that's not without tacking on another 2 runs. The Bombers find themselves up 10-0 against the Bulldogs.
You finally find that greener grass, but you're still in the weeds. Ain't it crazy? All the time that you spend driving through the rainbow for the pot at the end. I got some rust on my Chevy, but it's ready to roll. I got a rhinestone sky and a song in my soul. It ain't a smooth ride life, it's a winding road. It might be gravel, but it feels like gold. Trying to get to the view. I'm at the bottom, but the sky's still pretty damn blue. They say heaven is somewhere on the other side, but I ain't waiting. Hell, I'm thinking it's a state of mind. I got some rust on my Chevy, but it's ready to roll. I got a rhinestone sky and a song in my soul. It ain't a smooth ride life, it's a winding road. It might be gravel, but it feels like
Leading out for Hermiston, catcher number 33, Brock Hagenson.
All right, welcome back for the start of this 4th inning. The Bombers up in double digits, 10-0 on the Bulldogs. Their offense is rolling through this Hermiston pitching. And Edwards back on the mound. Edwards with 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. Fastball low and outside. Ball 2, 2-0. This is the first time I think we've seen Edwards get behind in the count. That's chopped to second base, fielded in time and makes the play. Dylan Parrott.
Coming to the plate, right field number 20, Evan Hayes.
First pitch outside on the breaking ball for ball 1. And chops it off to Meyer, fields it from short and throws a tough throw to Ravel and gets it in time for the out number 2. A good pitch from Edwards there. That breaking ball just jams him up.
Stepping in, pitcher number 25, Quinn Warner.
Strike 1. Gets one to wave and a miss from Quinn Warner. Edwards 0-2 now in the count. Edwards 0-2. Gets Warner to wave at it, drop 3rd strike. Galway makes an easy throw to Ravel, and Edwards gets a sword for his 6th strikeout of the game. And after that, 4.5 innings played, the Bombers 10, Hermiston Bulldogs 0.
Pinch hitting and leading off the fourth for the Bombers, number 9, Dominic Harper.
All right, now we have a pinch hitter coming in for the Bombers to start this bottom of the fourth inning. It's Dominic Harper, the sophomore. Harper has 3 at-bats this season. Harper yet to record a walk or a hit. This would be the game to do so. It looks like every Bomber is having a pretty easy time either getting on base through his walking or hitting. Harper looking to get his first varsity hit. First pitch swung, hit hard, trailing into center and makes the play. Another beautiful play out there from Isaac Gaines, getting his work cut out for him.
A good hit ball there by Dominic
Richland,
Harper.
8,
Solid contact,
Lee.
just right to where somebody was. That's how baseball goes, but kids putting barrels on balls will finally drop in varsity competition.
Bombers throwing another lefty. Junior Jaron Lee.
Just so you know where these pinch hitters are in the order, Harper hitting for Jacob Brandon and Jaron Lee in for Brandon Edwards.
2-0-2, Jaron Lee. 2-0 pitch. Outside. 3-0 count. Lee takes that one way up there for ball 4. Jaron Lee draws a 4-pitch walk.
Jaron Lee's third
Now
walk
batting,
on this
pinch hitter
season.
number 15, Tucker Watkins.
We saw Tucker Watkins pinch run last inning for the Bombers. Now he's coming in to hit. Looks like Coach Grant Richardson is just throwing out as many lefties he has down there in the dugout. Fastball gets in there. First strike one. Now chopper back to the pitcher's mound. Throws it nice and easy to first, so Tucker Watkins is retired.
Coming to the plate, right field number 12, Colson Mackey.
So Colson Mackey took over in right field last inning. Now he's stepping into the plate for his first plate appearance of this series.
12 to 25. 12 to 25.
Mackey coming in hitting for Tyler Huck. Last home game, Mackey was hitting around the 100 mark. Brought that all the way up to 300. So hitting better, seeing the balls better.
Yeah, Mackey batting 300 in conference play. Going back to second. Lee makes it there with plenty of time. The 1-0 from Warner. Way up there for ball 2. Mackey waves that one outside on the 2-0 count. Fielded in. Thrown not in time. Mackey, the wide receiver, showing off his wheels. Beats it down in time for an infield single. Once again, another lefty coming up to bat.
Pinch hitting for the Bombers, number 11, Trayson Elfring.
Trayson Elfring, 6 runs scored, but mostly in courtesy running duty for Hayden Galloway early on in the season. Has 2 stolen bases and 1 walk in 2 at-bats.
So Elfring draws 2 balls out of the zone in the first 2 pitches he sees. Now 2-0 pitch. Swing and chopped off his back foot for strike 1. Inside fastball right to the first baseman in an easy play. Results in out 3 for the Bombers. And once again, they get no runs on the board this inning, but not without having a 10-0 lead against Hermiston. Be right back with you guys for the start of the 5th.
Now pitching for the Bombers, number 19, Parker Smooth.
Welcome back here to Bomber Field. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. New pitcher in for your Richland Bombers. That'll be number 19, sophomore Parker Smoot. Exiting the game is junior Braylon Edwards. 4 innings pitched, only 2 hits surrendered, no earned runs, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. He did his work, Riley, in 42 pitches, and 30 of those were for strikes. He was straight dealing today. Parker Smoot, the sophomore, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit surrendered, 3 runs, all of them were earned, 5 walks, a 10.0 ERA,
for the Bulldogs,
and 2 strikeouts thus far this season. And normally when we have a game here at Bomber Field, Ryland, we have the Lady Bombers at Columbia Playfields in competition. Not so today, though, as they played yesterday against the Southridge Suns, getting a sweep and remaining perfect on the year. And they will go to the west side tomorrow, and they will play Jackson and North Creek up at North Creek High School. A couple of very stiff west side competition for our Lady Bombers. We'll see, wish them luck, and we'll see how they stack up against the state's best competition.
Just like that, the sophomore Smoot gets ahead of the count 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. Parker Smoot only hit 3 pitches to get himself warmed up and gets the first out quickly in this.
Coming to the plate, third baseman, number 23, Brody Woodard.
First pitch just a little too high. Ball 1. Fouled off, going deep into the parking lot. 1-1 now. Swing and miss, first strike 2. Parker Smoot, his 1-2 pitch. Swung and softly hit to Upmeyer short. Bullet throw perfect to Mike Orvell for out number 2.
Pinch hitting for Hermiston, number 16, Dadian Vinagara.
Vinagara takes strike 1. Second pitch fouled back. 0-2, Parker Smoot ahead early.
0-2.
Parker Schmutz 0-2 pitch. Little high 1-2 now. If Parker Schmutz retires this batter, the Bombers will win this due to the run rule. Low and outside, 2-2. And strike 3 looking. Vinegard comes in to pinch hit and strikes out on 5 pitches. And after 4.5 innings of play, the Bombers shell the Hermiston Bulldogs, scoring 10 runs on 8 hits. What are your takeaways from this one, Myron?
Good Bomber hitting in the first part of the game. Solid contact, continuing their offensive barrage that they've been on the last couple weeks. Again, hitting 19 doubles over the week that they weren't at home and increasing their extra base hit total, which they're going to need offensively, again, going on the latter half of the regular season. But a pitching gem from Braylon Edwards. He had all of his stuff working today. He was buckling the knees of hitters. He was throwing it by hitters where he needed to. Those 2 infield hits were nothing. They turned out to be nothing. He's got a great defense behind him, and he's got some confidence in the way he throws. So game 2 coming up. We'll have the Bombers and the Bulldogs here, Ryland. 10 runs across for the Bombers on 8 hits, no errors. No runs for the Hermiston Bulldogs on 2 hits and 1 error. The win goes to Braylon Edwards. The loss goes to Barrett Stanek of the Hermiston Bulldogs. And we will catch you right back here for the second game of 2 here from Bomber Field. When we come back, it'll be right here on Atomic TV. Bombers win game 1 by a score of 10-0. We'll be right back here on Atomic TV.
Tonight